Weiss here with the Glue Bomb Show. Today I have an update for you on my Mickey Thompson 1/16 scale funny car from Atlantis. This kit is going together nicely. The folks at Atlantis did a really good job with this kit. Let me show you where I'm at so far. Last time I showed you the body and I showed you the constructed frame. Well, I've gotten quite a bit further than that by now, and here's what we've got. We've got the whole engine mounted up, wired, plumbed, ready to go, pretty much. I still have to hook up the gas tank to the engine, but there's another step in there that has to be done yet, and they said very clearly, don't connect it yet. So I'm trying to follow the instructions, right? A couple of things that they did that were kind of interesting. The first one was they included the black tubing in to make the little wire boots, and I put those on the distributor, and the diameter on them was a hair too big, but it was okay because something really cool happened. I had heard that a great way to, the other thing I should say before I go there is they also included braided wire for some of the other tubing to make it look like braided hoses. And I really like how it looks. I don't know if you can see it real well in there, but I've got a couple of them connected and ready to go. I was concerned. I mean, I really love how it looks, but I was a little bit concerned because I wasn't sure how I was going to get metal to stick to plastic. Some friends of mine suggested crazy glue or super glue, and I thought, well, I can do that. And I even got the kicker to dry the super glue. But I was talking with some friends online, and they were saying, well, you got to really watch that kicker because it'll eat the paint right off of it. Well, I already had some of the painting done because you're not going to wire an engine like this and paint it afterwards. It's just too much of a mess, right? So I already had the engine painted and ready to go. I wasn't quite sure what to do. And then something cool happened. Some of you guys know one of the things I do from time to time is I review things for Amazon. Well, Amazon had this set to make a rubber band shooting gun, and I thought, well, that looks kind of like fun. And to be honest with you, I was going to review it on this channel, but it really did not go together well. It's probably the first thing I've gotten in a long, long time that I gave up on. That's that rubber band gun, not this kit. But one of the things that they included inside was B7000 glue. Now, at first I thought this was just a knockoff of E6000. It may be, I'm not sure. But I thought, I wonder if I can use this because I looked it up. It's a jewelry glue. So I thought, well, that should glue metal and plastic together. So I decided to give it a try. And that's what I ended up using to secure the wires into the distributor and also to secure these metal braided hoses. And I think overall it was pretty successful. I found it on Amazon. It is available if I want to get more. And what I love about it is this. I'm going to try to show you this. It's got a screw-off lid. Because I've used E6000 before and I really wasn't happy with it because it was so thick. But this stuff, it has a little tiny nozzle. I'm going to hold this in front of my dark shirt so you can see it. And it's got a needle. Oh boy, how do I turn this so that you can see it? There we go. It's got a needle in the cap. So that needle goes into the cap, keeps the cap open. And this is able to put out a really small amount of glue very quickly. And man, it just held those wires in place. For the most part, I'm still using the red tube testers because, you know, I like to use things that just the average model builder who goes and buys a kit at Hobby Lobby does. That's what I try to do with this channel for the beginner, right? Because I call it the Glue Bomb Show, not the Expert Modeler Show. But it really holds things in place. The axle is mounted on 2 chrome pieces. It's a fully chrome axle, and to be honest with you, I always get very nervous about that because I don't think they hold on very well. And I did some scraping, not going to lie, I did some scraping, but I used that glue on it, and it appears to work really well. Now, I try really hard not to endorse adhesives, and there's a reason for that. The reason for that is your success may vary, but I still think you should scrape some of the chrome away just to make things seal up. But it's holding on there really nicely. The other thing I would point out is you might notice this one rod here. I think that's a radius rod, but I'm not sure. Um, when I cut it, it broke into three pieces. And I thought, oh man, I just wrecked it. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to try to glue it up with this and see if it works. And you know what? I laid it flat on the table. I glued it up and I was able to mount it on there, and it looks pretty decent. Now, it's not completely straight, as you can see. It's a very thin piece, but it works pretty well. All in all, I'm really happy with the way this is going so far. I think the folks at Atlantis did a great job. I think they're doing pretty well with this metal cabling that they're using. It might not be a perfect solution yet, but it's close. As you recall, maybe on the Jungle Gym when I did it, I actually used braided cord and put some rubber around it, some of the rubber tubing around it. That worked okay. This works much better. The tubing, the cable, is a little bit stiff, and it makes it a little hard to bend it around to where it needs to go. So maybe if it was just a hair less stiff, but you know what? I am not complaining because this thing is going together nicely. I am super happy with this build and the way it's working. I can't wait to get it finished because, first of all, because I want to give it a really good review because it's a really good kit. But secondly, I love to finish models, and I've been on this one for a while. Now, I've been filling a few things in between, but this is fun. I'm having a good time with this, and I think you will too. So if they're still available, pick one up. And it's a decent price for the size and detail of the kit. And I'm really happy because I remember in the beginning of the year this year, I said I had several large projects that I wanted to finish. Now, I didn't finish them all, don't get me wrong, but I did finish the Jungle Gym, the Fiat Cabriolet dragster, and also a large-scale chopper, the King 2 chopper by Tom Daniel in Atlantis. And I'll tell you what, it had a really good success with those, especially those two big Atlantis kits. And I should be adding this one to my kit count by the end of the year. After this, again, I'm going to break off and do a few smaller ones to kind of get my build count up, because as we're going forward, if I don't get a few more things done, it's going to be unboxing with no reviews. That's sort of the struggle with building a large kit, where you've got to take some time. But guys, it's worth it. It's fun to build the stuff that takes time. So this kit, here's what I'll tell you. Scrape the chrome, scrape the chrome, scrape the chrome. You may need a slightly different adhesive. This B7000 works pretty well, and you can find this on Amazon. And overall, I'm having a good time. And that's what's important, because model building's supposed to be fun. That's what I got for you today, folks. Take care. Have a great day. God bless.